So this is how entrepreneurs can speak English confidently in meetings. This is the fluency system that helps you stop overthinking and start speaking with confidence, clarity, and authority. So, the pain. You know this feeling. Many global entrepreneurs who speak English as a second or third or fourth language, they think they have an English problem. They think their English isn't good enough. Usually, it's more a confidence and cognitive fluency problem. It's not English. There's something blocking their English, blocking them from speaking in high-pressure situations. It could be you have a good idea, but you stay quiet. You don't want to talk. You don't want to risk feeling embarrassed or saying the wrong thing. I see this so much. Someone asks you a question and your mind goes blank. You know the words, but the moment you're put on the spot, you freeze. You translate in your head before speaking. This causes hesitation. This causes fluency to die. You worry about making grammar mistakes. I see this a lot. People trying to say everything perfectly, using the perfect grammar, perfect vocabulary, and so on. The meeting ends, and then you regret keeping silent. You wish you said your idea, you had something important to say, but you avoided it because you were experiencing one of these. And if this applies, do not worry. We can fix it. The cost when you don't speak. This is the direct cost of not speaking. High-value opportunities are missed for entrepreneurs, business people, in negotiations, in meetings. If you can't speak at the right moment and clearly give your ideas, you're going to miss opportunities. And this can cost millions of dollars. This could be big deals, negotiations, networking opportunities. They don't happen if you don't speak. English is the tool that creates these opportunities for so many global entrepreneurs. Clients choose competitors that they can connect with easily. Even if your product or your service is better than a competitor, if your client can't clearly communicate with you, how can they trust you? But if they can communicate with a competitor clearly, they're just going to trust them more. And it's not your fault. It's not because your service or your product is bad. It's just because of this clarity and confidence and authority and trust that comes from clear communication. Your team loses access to your best strategic ideas. If you're leading a team in an English-speaking company environment, English isn't your first language. You can understand it well, but you really struggle in those high-pressure situations like leading meetings. It can just cause your team not to always be clear. And of course, they want to look to you as their leader. They want to look to you for the answers. And you need to be able to express them. And I know this is so frustrating. International networking becomes stressful and avoided. You don't want to go to networking events, conferences. Why would you want to if you're going to be constantly questioning and doubting your own ability? Which, honestly, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're in a successful business, a successful position like a CEO, a company, managing a company, then you're clearly a successful, driven, hard-working, serious individual, and English needs to reflect that. The reality shift. I need you to change your mindset. Your English does not need to be flawless. Say it out loud. My English does not need to be flawless. Say it. I want you to really think it, say it, believe it. Do not try to be perfect. We're not trying to be perfect. You might have perfectionism in your career, in your business. English doesn't work that way. You need to remove this desire for perfection. That perfection kills fluency. Bottom line. It just needs to be useful. Your goal is to be clear, calm, confident, not perfect. If you sometimes don't say the perfect grammar or the perfect word, not like they even exist. Everyone makes mistakes. No one speaks perfect English, certainly not native speakers. I know I don't speak perfect English. The difference is I don't let mistakes hold me back. I don't let the fear of maybe saying something wrong prevent me from speaking. Just like you don't in your native language, I don't want you to do it in English either. So the promise, true fluency. This is where real opportunities unlock. Imagine this. Instead of freezing, avoiding conversations, losing opportunities, money being left on the table, and God forbid, clients, prospects go to competitors because they trust them more purely on the basis of communication. Take that away and let's imagine. You answer questions instantly and naturally, no issues. Someone asks a question, you've got it. You're not overthinking, you're not stuck in your head. You're answering the questions. You contribute valuable feedback without overthinking. You are just able to express your ideas and your expertise in a clear and concise way. You handle mid-speech mistakes calmly. You're not perfect. You make a mistake. You don't hesitate. You don't panic. You don't freeze. You calmly continue. You pitch complex business frameworks clearly. Ideas, structures. You can express them. You can pitch them. You can allow your listener, whether it's board members, whether it's clients, whether it's colleagues, whether it's employees, managers, investors, they can all understand you clearly, even on complex issues. Imagine that. You finish every single meeting feeling proud. You're happy with how it went. You walk out not with this feeling of regret and sorrow. You walk out feeling that went well. I did great. And you feel proud of yourself. Just imagine that feeling. This is what true fluency feels like. Freedom. The freedom to express yourself clearly, to express your ideas fluently, to impact and influence the people around you just like you know you can and you know you should. So this is really why traditional methods fail. I want you to understand that having this issue of mental blocks is not your fault. It's really the fault of the education system and traditional methods. And this is really why I built my Fluency Code 12-week program, because I worked in the school system. I've taught people of all abilities and backgrounds, professions, all different levels. And the one thing was clear throughout, that they were being told to focus on input, more listening, more grammar drills, more workbooks, more writing exercises. And look, there's a place for that kind of thing, but that doesn't train you to speak naturally, with confidence, with clarity, under pressure. So this is why traditional methods fail. I'll go into a bit more detail. The passive input loop. So entrepreneurs, business people, they waste years studying grammar rules. Really, the education system has failed them. So many courses, so many programs, so many teachers don't understand this. They just have them focusing on the wrong thing. Memorizing lists of vocabulary. Like, who does that? Why, when you learned your native language as a child, Were you learning vocabulary lists? Were you sitting there doing grammar drills at home? I certainly hope not. You don't learn a language that way. You learn by producing it, by speaking it. Especially if you understand it. If you're understanding me now, you've got everything you need in your head. You just need to learn how to use it properly. And the way to do that is output, by producing it, under pressure. Speak more, train your fluency like a muscle, because that's what it is. It's a fluency muscle. Connect your mind, what you know, to your mouth muscles. You do this, and I guarantee you, you'll be amazed at how fast you can improve. Most of these institutions, the education system, they don't really practice output. They don't get the students to be producing the language enough. Again, I don't think it's deliberate. It's not like a conspiracy or anything. It's really just, it's infrastructure, it's resources. It's way easier to get 30 to 40 students in a classroom, which is not uncommon here in Asia, but of course anywhere in the world, 20, 30, 40 students in a language class. Are they really going to be all talking the whole time? Of course not. It's not possible. It's not practical. One teacher can't manage all of that. You certainly won't get enough. You'd need like 10 teachers in there, at least giving feedback to everyone for them to all improve. Just doesn't work that way. Fluency is a motor skill. It's something you develop through action, by training, by consistency, by repetition. Physical skills are only built through raw reps, repetitions. The more you do it, the stronger it becomes. And again, the wonderful thing is, if you're listening to me now, you've got a lot of comprehension. You understand well. You've had enough practice to listen and understand English. So you don't need more of that. You just need the reps to start speaking it well, under pressure. And this is really the fluency code philosophy. I spent a long time developing this. We have a 100% success rate. Everyone who completes this program with this philosophy improves drastically in areas of confidence, fluency, clarity, pronunciation, and so on. It's really fantastic, and I want to teach it to you today. The goal's not accent perfection. We're really not trying to be perfect. I've said this, I will always say it. Perfection kills fluency. The goal is uncompromising clarity, just to be extremely clear for yourself and for your audience, for your listeners. They don't want to be guessing what you're talking about. You don't want to be hesitating and panicking if it's clear. The goal is clarity, not perfection. To do this, you speak early. Always speak before you feel ready. If you're in a meeting and someone is asking you a question, instead of thinking, how am I going to start this? What word should I say? What is the grammar rule? Whatever's going on in your head, avoid that and just speak. And there are ways you can do this. It's not always instant, like you might need a bit of practice, but by simply speaking, you're removing this mental block that is causing you to hesitate and overthink, and you can instantly start speaking with more clarity and fluency. So just speak before you feel ready. Simple. Waiting for perfection equals staying silent. If you're always waiting for the right moment, the right thing to say, you're not going to speak, and it's a vicious cycle because you don't speak as much as you should, you don't get the reps as much as you should, you don't improve as fast as you should, and this makes you question your ability for way too long. Don't leave these opportunities on the table by being stuck in that loop. Speak first. Clear impact. Prioritize being understood over complex grammar. Native speakers don't understand complex grammar. They just speak the way that they were taught. You need to do the same. Don't try to be a native speaker. Just try to be clear. That's your goal. And a daily habit. Get the reps in. Build speaking into your daily workflow. Every morning, 10 to 15 minutes, daily speaking practice. That's enough to get enough reps to really transform. And I've seen it time and time and time again. Fluency is a muscle. It's a muscle. I want you to write that down. Fluency is a muscle. Remember it, absorb it, internalize it. That is what it is, and you treat it like that, not as this big abstract thing that's so difficult. You just have to get the reps, and I guarantee you, you will get that muscle stronger than ever. So this is a simple formula. I just want you to understand for meetings. Everything I'm telling you in this applies to so many situations, not just meetings. But of course, this lesson is for meetings, for entrepreneurs in high pressure situations. So the simple meeting formula, start simple. Just begin with a clear opening. Start with I think. In my experience, my suggestion is, there's lots you can use. You don't need to remember hundreds of them. Just remember a handful that you can rely on to get your sentence started. Once you start, you can keep going. Trust your brain that you already know enough to keep the conversation flowing. Most people, they freeze before they start because they're stuck in their head. You don't need to do that. Just speak. Expand. Once you start, now you're building on. So you're just delivering one core reason that supports your idea. So you start with your opinion, then you add a reason. I call this framework ORS, but right now I'm just describing it to you. Start with your opinion. Go to a reason. You need to support your idea. Then you give an example. You just give an example using a real-world case or a metric, depending on your business. What are you talking about? What are you explaining? Give an example. Could be from your own personal experience. Could be your team, what they've told you. Anything. Just use an example. Keep it simple. Keep it neat. Start simple. O, opinion. R, reason. E, example. And then keep the momentum. Never stop to self-correct. If you make an error, if you make a mistake, no one cares. No one cares. They just care about understanding what the idea is. Your job is to express that clearly. And if you don't understand something, you're not broken. They understand. People get it. You're not a native speaker. You're not expected to understand everything to the most advanced level. But instead of letting that cause you fear and to question yourself and doubt yourself, you need to own it and say, look, sorry, I don't know how to say that. I just had a call, like 1.5 hours ago, I had a coaching call with a guy here in China. He was the head of Nike or the head of Nike in China and an engineer. The guy he's very successful, and he was talking about these high pressure situations. And this happened just before I started making this video. And he talked about he'd be in a meeting sometimes speaking English. He had a lot of meetings. He'd have to travel and connect and network with people. And he said, sometimes I wouldn't understand something. And I would just say, sorry, I don't know how to say that. And it would be okay. His issue's not confidence. His issue is he just wants to retrieve some of the English he hasn't used in a few years since working in these high pressure environments. But for you, if you are already in these high pressure, if you're in your career, if you're in your business, just do what he did and just speak. Just, if you make a mistake, if you don't understand something fully, it's okay. You can ask what the meaning of that is, but don't let it be used as a weapon. Completely disarm it. Even make a joke of it. Laugh about it. That disarms it. Then you're not showing fear, you're not showing weakness, you're showing strength. And that's what entrepreneurs and CEOs and leaders, they must exude to get respect from clients, the team, and so on. So I just want to give an example of weak versus strong. What do you think about this project? If someone asked you a question like that, a weak response would be, a long pause. Now you're translating. How do I say? Yes, I think it's a good project. Of course, that's quite a strong example, but it is an example of a weak response. Not really confident, not fully clear, little bit anxious. This is weak. We don't want this. We want the opposite of that. A strong response, instant connection, using the framework I just told you. So, personally, I think it's a good opportunity because it helps us scale. For example, okay? Now, you don't need to do it like that in a meeting. You say, personally, I think it's a good opportunity because it helps us scale. For example, last week when I tried this, blah, 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 blah. Just go on, tell the story. Keep the momentum, finish the idea, repeat the framework. Start again with an opinion, a reason, and a story. This comes with practice. This results in a clean, decisive, and authoritative communication. That's your goal. So, one habit that changes everything: 60-second daily video reps. Just 60 seconds. Can you imagine that? That's all it takes. Yesterday I was talking to a guy in Dubai. He's one of the leading people who manages lots of hospitals in the city, and he has a team of over 200 people, and he has to lead meetings in English, do presentations, and he's in my program, and we had our first one-on-one coaching call of the 12-week program yesterday, and he said, I did my daily task in the morning, which I give everyone reps to do. I went and had a meeting that morning, and I had no hesitation. It's already working. Just by getting that warm-up in the morning, he didn't have the hesitation in the meeting, and he walked out of it with a smile on his face. I could see in the call he was so delighted. That's the power of treating fluency like a muscle. Record yourself speaking every day. Don't just speak, record it. Make sure you make a recording. It's uncomfortable, it sucks, no one likes it. I don't like being on camera. I've done it so many times, it's natural now. But that's because I've had so many reps. You need to do it too. Pick a relevant topic, something like your business model, your vision, your ideal customer, your toughest bottlenecks, something holding you back. Just choose something relevant to what you're doing. Build that part of your brain, the confidence there, the muscle memory, and talk about it for 60 seconds. If you go for longer, even better, but at least 1 minute. Have a recording, speak to the camera, talk freely, mistakes and all, just do it. And this is about consistency. And if you do this for 10 minutes every day, that's so much better. That's 10 times better than 3-hour study sessions once a week. And it's so much more manageable and enjoyable. I would way rather do a 10 minutes worth of fluency sprints, is what I call these, while recording them, not just speaking out loud. Some coaches will tell you to do that. You do want to record it. That's way better than 3 hours of studying where you can't focus because you've got all these other things to think about. No, do this. Very manageable. You'll get amazing results with the least amount of input. Your action, task for today. So I just want you to do this. The prompt. What is the biggest operational challenge in your company or business right now? Just pick up your phone and film a raw, front-facing video answering this. Do it now. Pause the video. Answer the question. You've got 60 seconds. And I'll give you the rules before you do. Absolutely no scripting. Don't script, just speak. No restarting or pausing. Just keep speaking even if you make a mistake. No apologizing. Oh no, I made a mistake. No. Take that mindset away. Don't need that. Just keep talking until the 60 seconds are up. Okay? Do it now. Pause. Make the video. Then I'll give you a second. Then play. Welcome back. And I hope you did that. That's just as an example. And if you do this consistently, you will improve. And this is one of many powerful things that we do in the English speaking gym. You don't just record it, you can post it, you can get feedback. Feedback's so important because when someone's there listening, they can give you feedback. They can tell you, oh, your intonation was good here, but your pacing was a bit fast. We're not just talking about speaking English, we're talking about speaking it well, with real delivery, so that when you stand on that stage, when you speak to the camera, when you lead this meeting, you're speaking with authority. You're speaking in a way that captivates your listener. And that's what we work on. The speaking gym is really great. We have live events every day. You get daily tasks and challenges with feedback, personalized feedback, and it's an active global community. And you can join it for free. For 1 week, it's a 7-day trial. It's a bit more casual. You get a lot of support, a lot of practice opportunities, but I also have a 12-week coaching program, the Fluency Code. You can apply for that within the speaking gym, or even below this video, there'll be a link. And if you are an entrepreneur who really wants to improve, get the fastest results, take your English to the next level as soon as possible without burning out, the Fluency Code is really where it's at. You can book your free fluency call. I'll be very happy to help you. I've only got a few slots available each week because I am so busy with the coaching and the managing of communities and so on. But I want to help you achieve your goals. And if what I've said today has helped you, then I know I could give you a better action plan, more personalized, that really will help you and your business grow. Skip the confusion and let's actually build a framework. And if you're a good fit, we could even get you into the Fluency Code community and program as well. We'll map out what stops you from actually thinking and expressing your thoughts clearly. What is your main bottleneck? What is it? Is it hesitation, overthinking, translation? We need to figure this out because each problem has a different solution. And the fastest route to flawless fluency in the boardroom, in the meeting, we need to map that out and get you there as soon as possible. So your fluency journey begins. You don't become fluent by learning more input, more words, more grammar. You know enough right now to speak fluently. You need to start using the English you already know. Speak, make mistakes, get feedback, repeat. Do it consistently, few minutes a day, consistently. Over several days, you'll notice big improvements. Over several weeks, you'll start to notice transformation. It doesn't take years. If you're at this level, you're ready. You can join the speaking gym I just mentioned, free trial, no pressure, great place. You can connect. I'm in there. You can ask questions anytime. You can join the Fluency Code. This is really this is where the magic happens for the fastest results. The most serious guys, the entrepreneurs, the business people, the leaders, they join Fluency Code. That's not to discount speaking gym. That's also very good. It's just a little bit more sort of, you don't get the one-on-ones in there, the accountability like you do with the Fluency Code. And you can book your call at fluencycode.com. Link is in the description and the comments. Love to connect with you. If you need any help, you can comment. I'll get back to them. I read them all. And yeah, let's get you speaking with confidence. Thank you for listening, and I hope that was helpful. See you soon.